Hi there, good evening. Hope you're enjoying the start to your bank holiday weekend and you can enjoy it more with some arrowing entertainment tonight as the Champions Week continues. Three places remain up for grabs at finals night tomorrow here at the Online Darts Live League. And that's because three of them have already been taken. The first from Adam Smith-Neale, who topped Group A earlier in the week. Smith-Neale winning the group on leg difference from James Richardson and Dan Reid, who you will see in action tonight. That pair, Robert Owen, Mike Warburton and Josh Payne, well, they went into Group C, and that group was concluded this afternoon. And Josh Payne topped the table, 2 points ahead of Lee Evans. Him and Lee Evans go through. Warburton failed to make it. Apologies to Owen in Group B tonight. Paul Hogan missing out by 2 points. Richard North, who had a great day today, also missing out by a couple of points. And Andy Hamilton bowing out as well, bottom of the pile. So after one evening's play in Group B, we see Dan Reid won all four of his matches, needed just one more win to get through. Matt Dennant in a good spot as well. Three players go through from this group. So James Richardson, Nick Kenny and Robert Owen really seemingly fighting it out for that third place. And Dan Reid will take on Nick Kenny in the opening match of the evening. Richardson then faces Owen. Everybody plays each other once more, and the top three will progress to finals night tomorrow, where the winner will pick up £6,000. So without further ado, let's get the action underway. There is Dan Reid, the table topper. If he wins this match, he'll join Smith-Neale, Payne and Evans at finals night tomorrow. But he takes on the Welshman Nick Kenny, who had the highest checkout in every single one of the matches that he played yesterday. 4 ton-plus finishes. Didn't get a 100-plus finish against Reid when they met in the final match. His only leg that he won in that match was complete with a 77 combination. Still the highest checkout of the game. But Reid averaged 103.54 in that 4-1 win. And if he can repeat the feat, then he is safely through to tomorrow's action. So Reid has the darts in this one. A race to 4 legs as always.
First leg, it's Dan to throw first. Game on.
The referee Charlie Corsafine presiding over the players. I'm Chris Murphy talking you through this evening's action. This is the first of 10 matches.
100.
It's interesting to see that Dan Reid is the premier player in this group so far. He's really the only one out of the 5 that hasn't had some kind of
57.
professional career. All of the other 4 have held PDC Tour cards at one time or another.
119. 85. 190.
The 180 hitting from Reid was sublime last night, and he's already landed another here. 7 last night. Kenny himself
190.
only managed a couple,
102.
but he's levelled the tally in this match already, though it doesn't get him down to a finish.
66.
So Reid returns, looking
59. Dan, you require 36.
double 18.
18. Nick, you require 120.
Failed to find it. And remember what I said about ton plus checkouts, 4 of them last night for Nick Kenny. But he can't find a way past that. There may have been an argument to go bull there.
Dan, you require 18.
Is that a help or a hindrance? Well, I think that tells us it's a hindrance.
9.
You can never quite tell with the camera
Nick
angle there whether
20.
he can see a lot more of it than it seems, but it was in the way. And it allows Nick Kenny to get 3 darts at double 10.
Game shot on the first leg. Nick Kenny.
And break the league leader's throw in the very first leg of the match. The Welshman 1 up against the table-topping Dan Reid.
Second leg, it's Nick to throw first. Game on. $58. 60. 57. 60. 140. 100. 180.
It's the second 180 of the match for Kenny.
$59. Nick requires 66.
Is it a second leg of the match for Kenny?
Game shot on
It
the
is.
second leg. Nick Kenny.
Completes the combo, the 66 out. Unorthodox fashion, 14, 20, 32.
Third leg, it's Dan to throw first.
That's
Game
his
on.
way, and he leads the way. And every win massive, of course, in this group.
180.
Remember, Kenny on 2 points, the same as Robert Owen and James Richardson. 3 places up for grabs at finals night, but Reid has
99.
come out firing in leg 3 with a maximum.
$85. 180.
Fabulous power scoring from the pair of them in this match. We're only 2.5 legs in. We've had 5 180s.
100. 99. Dan, you require 136. 96. Nick, you require 123.
So double top for Reid
91. Dan, you require 40.
to half the lead of Kenny. Double 10.
Game shot
In
on the
it
third
goes.
leg. Dan Reid.
And on we go. 3 legs in. Kenny's still with the advantage. He has the darts in leg 4, but Reid back in it.
Fourth leg, it's Nick to throw first. Game on. $59. 45. 59. 100. 99. 140. 100. 180.
Another 186 in the match now, and Reid is looking likely to level and effectively
93.
regain control of this contest.
Game shot on the fourth leg. Dan Reid.
He does that on double 9, ties it up at 2 apiece. The 180 setting up the finish, and Reid now squares things up at 2-2.
Fifth leg, it's Dan to throw first. $45. 100. 140. 60. 140. 96. 140. 100. Dan, you require 36.
Double 18.
Game shot on the fifth leg.
There it is.
Dan Reid.
And now Reid is in front for the first time, 3-2. Having lost the first couple of legs against Kenny, and Reid leads and is one away, not just from winning, but from qualifying
to throw first
for finals night.
$100.
Both players averaging around 94.5. 6 180s between them. Following this will be James
90.
Richardson against Robert Owen. And then Kenny returns to face Matt Dennant.
100. 97. 100. 54. 140. Nick, you require 160.
Reid now has the match at his mercy.
60.
101 in front
Dan, you
of him.
require 101.
Can still be done. Treble 20 for double top.
61.
Shake of the head from Nick Kenny. But
Nick,
he now wants
100.
treble 20 for double top to stay in the match. Maybe 2 double tops. And he's not going to get them.
60. Dan, you require 40.
So this to qualify.
Game, shots,
and
the
Dan
match.
Reid
Dan Reid
secures his spot at finals night, making it 5 wins on the spin in this group, 6 wins on the spin in total, and that's after winning 4 legs in a row in that match. He came from 2-0 behind to defeat Nick Kenny 4-2. You can see how good his scoring was by the fact he had 13 more darts at double than his opponent, and Dan Reid, with 3 matches to spare, has booked his place at finals night. Now, before we move on, I'd just like to say a few words about Nigel Pearson, who sadly lost his life earlier today. The news broke that one of the darts family is no longer with us, a commentator in darts and football and speedway as well. I've come across Nigel plenty of times over the last few years, and he's always been a very kind, encouraging, positive kind of person. In fact, only early this week I got a text off him giving me positive words about Lakeside last week. I've worked with him a few times as well, both for TalkSport on the radio. My first ever radio gig at the World Championship, I joined Nigel mid-match because Paul Nicholson, my colleague here at the Live League, had lost his voice, and Nigel really put me at ease during that. It's such a sad, sad loss to darts, to the world, to his friends and family, and I think that I speak for everybody here at the Live League when we say that our thoughts are with Nigel Pearson's family and that he will be sadly, sadly missed. An excellent commentator, but I think it's as important or more important to remember people for who they are and how they were rather than just for what they do. And Nigel Pearson was a lovely, genuine and kind human being. Nigel Pearson, who sadly lost his life earlier today. Welcome back to the action here at the Online Darts Live League, where Dan Reid has just booked his place at finals night by winning his opening match of the evening 4-2 over Nick Kenny. Attention now turns to second place Matt Dennant, who takes on the Welshman Robert Owen. My mistake, James Richardson takes on Robert Owen. The pair of them on a couple of points. Dennant in action next against Nick Kenny. And he's in a good spot to try and get through. But after Kenny lost his opening match, this pair will be looking to capitalise.
First leg, it's James to throw first. Game on.
Also on 2 points.
$97. 100. 60.
The pair met towards the back end of yesterday evening, and it could prove to be a real pivotal result for Robert Owen.
180.
He fires in a maximum. He beat Richardson 4-3 in that match.
81.
And had he not done so, it would have been 4 straight defeats for Owen. Keep an eye on Stack Attack, because in qualifying for finals night, in Group B, he went from the bottom
100.
of the stack, if you will, to the top of it. Lost all 4 games on the Thursday, won all 4 games on the Friday, and ended up in the final on finals night.
77.
And therefore booked his
Robert,
place
you require 121.
in this Champions Week. He did manage to win 1 yesterday, as I mentioned. That was against James Richardson. He's had a 180 in this leg. He's taken out 121 to win the leg. An absolutely superb start from Stack Attack, Robert Owen.
Second leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on. $140. 83. 85. 43. 81.
'Owen in a strong position here to double his lead.
27.
Even stronger now with that bit of bad fortune for James Richardson.
80. 100. Robert, you require 115. 47. 125. Robert, you require 68.
'Bullseye.
43.
Not where he would have been hoping to throw out
James,
at the end of that visit.
123.
Richardson will throw there as well.
92.
He can't find it either.
Robert, you require 25.
So 88 for 2-0. 4.
Game shot on the second leg. Robert Owen.
Owen finds it, and he finds himself 2 legs to the good, just as his Welsh compatriot Nick Kenny did in the previous match. It didn't end well for him. Can Owen complete the job?
Third leg, it's James to throw first. $100. $55. $140. $140. $100.
Should come downstairs here, really, Robert Owen. Now we go back up looking for a couple of treble 20s, but he's not going to find them. So Richardson
99.
with an
James
opportunity
161.
to cut the lead.
102. $137. James, you require 59.
Tops. That's a bit of a wide.
19.
He can't make the necessary adjustment.
Robert, you require 70.
Presenting a big opportunity here for Owen to pull 3 clear. He'll stay there. And now he wants tops.
Game shot
and he
the
finds
third
it.
leg. Robert Owen.
And Robert Owen races into a 3-leg lead in this one. James Richardson not at the races. And Owen racing away.
Fourth leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on.
An average of 94 for Owen in this one. A couple of 180s. Sorry, 3.
180.
3 180s for Robert Owen, who came closer than anybody to landing a 9 darter
60.
earlier in the week. Although the dart at double 12 wasn't really close, it would have earned him £1,000. There is a bonus on Champions Week this year of 500, and we didn't get one
60.
on Champions Week in Phase 1. So still, the prize dangles.
140.
Tantalising these players to produce a perfect leg.
100. 180. Robert,
Second
you
of the
require
match.
161.
Sorry, first of the match for Richardson. Maybe his last as well.
97.
Because
James, you require
if he doesn't take this
121.
out, you would expect it to be all over. Robert Owen.
62. Robert, you require 64.
Looking at treble 8. Now single 8. Now double top.
Game,
In it
shot,
goes.
and the
Robert
match.
Owen
Robert Owen.
starts again on fire on a Friday. He seems to come good on Friday, and he's coming good on this Good Friday. Owen wins 4-0 in his opener against James Richardson and lifts himself into one of those provisional qualification spots for finals night. A 95.43 average, excellent finishing as well, 66.6%, a 1-2-1 checkout, and Owen picks up the points in his opening match of the evening. Coming next, it is going to be Nick Kenny looking for his first win of the night. He takes on Matt Dennant. Welcome back to the action here at the Live League. Dan Reid has already booked his place at finals night on this Champions Week with a 4-2 win over Nick Kenny. Robert Owen has since seen off James Richardson 4-0 to put himself in the picture. Now it is over to Matt Dennant, whose first outing of the evening is against Nick Kenny. The Welshman using Eric Bristow darts, looking to join Robert Owen on 4 points, and he really needs to make a move. Dennant looking in a good spot on 6. A win
First
here
leg,
would all
it's
but
Nick to throw first. Game on.
seal his spot.
$58. 59.
Alongside Dan Reid, also Adam Smith-Neal, Josh Payne and Lee Evans have made it to tomorrow's action.
55. 96. 140. 180. 100. 59. Nick to require 148.
A bit wayward there. Nick Kenny and the Dennant 180
82. Matt, you require 107.
has given him a chance to break the throw.
Game shot on the first leg.
And that's exactly
Matt
what
Dennant.
he's done. On double 14, Dennant breaks immediately. Kenny's in trouble here. He's lost a match already. And Dennant has taken the
Second
first leg
it's Matt to throw
against
first.
the darts.
Game on. $57. 60. 81. 180. 180.
What must Kenny be feeling? Hits a 180. Dennant hits straight back with his second
100.
of this match. It was 4-3 to Dennant when the pair met
40.
last
Nick
night.
require 161.
That's a bit of an opening for Kenny. Only 40 from Dennant. Treble 17. And the bullseye.
136. Matt, you require 143. $135.
So to
Nick
clean up the
require
remainder.
25.
Would see Nick Kenny level the match. Double 4 to do so.
21. Matt, you require 8.
Double 2.
6. Nick, you require 4.
Kenny is getting let back into this match here. Can he walk through the open door?
Game shot on the second leg. Nick Kenny.
He pins double 2. He breaks back and In doing so, takes back control of the clash.
Third leg, it's Nick to throw first. Game on. $60. $100. $96. $57. $180.
Keeps hammering in those maximums, Nick Kenny. That's his second of this tie.
$140.
He managed to fire in 3 in his opening match as well.
$105. $80. Nick requires 60.
Double top. Not easy. With that dart covering some of the bed.
Shot on the third leg. Nick Kenny.
But he could see enough of it to find it and to take the lead for the first time.
Fourth leg, it's Matt to throw first. Game on.
He will be fully aware that he had a 2-0 lead in his opening match of the night.
$77.
Before losing 4 straight legs to Dan Reid, who has now advanced to finals night tomorrow.
$97. $100. $60. $140. $60. $95. $140. Matt, you require 89.
So, 20 for the bull. Oh, decided against it.
73.
Well, he
Nick
didn't fancy Nick Kenny for the 144. Got himself a dart at double anyway. But he might take the 144. Oh, Kenny motivated by the antics of Dennant.
Game shot on the fourth
And he does
leg.
complete the
Nick
combination.
Kenny.
A brilliant finish, his best of the week. Dennant congratulates him. A 144 checkout for a 3-1 lead.
Fifth leg, it's Nick to throw first. Game on.
And for a break of throw. That after Dennant and Mr. Darts.
$140.
So in the race to join Dan Reid in qualifying, the 2 remaining spots, it looks like this. Or will if Kenny gets 1 more leg. Matt Dennant in second on 6 points, but Kenny will join Robert Owen on 4. And James Richardson faces Dennant in a couple of games' time. Could get very, very tasty. Richardson still on 2 after losing to Robert Owen in the last match.
$180.
Dennant's not done yet.
$54. $99. Nick, you require 167. $135. Matt, you require 164.
Oh, look at this. Bullseye.
Game shot
Kenny
the
knew.
flag. Matt
I said
Dennant.
Dennant wasn't finished yet, and he's just produced an enormous outshot, superseding the 144 from Kenny in the previous leg
Sixth leg. It's Matt to throw first. Game on.
by taking out 164 himself. Wow. This game really has gone off
84.
like a firework display.
$100. $100. $125.
Having to switch
59.
after blocking that bed. Are we going the distance again between this pair? Dennant won the odd leg in 7 when they met yesterday, but Kenny is down to a finish first in leg 6 here.
140. Nick, you require 136. $75. Matt, you require 118.
Well, he could. He's not going to. Oh, he's found a way. I was going to say he could go treble 16 for the ball,
Game
but
shot
what
the
a finish
sixth
that is.
leg.
This is incredible.
Matt Dennant.
Absolutely incredible. That 118, maybe even better in a strange way than the 144 from Kenny or Dennant's own 164, because he completely blocked that treble, it seemed.
Game on.
He found a way past it, and we've had 3 consecutive ton-topping checkouts
100.
to set up a last leg decider. Brilliant game of darts.
$59. $100. $100. $46. $140. $60. $140. $99. Matt, you require 62. Game
Dennant
shots
has
and
nicked
the
it
match.
from
Matt
Nick
Dennant.
Kenny. Well, what a stunning end to that match. We had those 3 ton-topping checkouts on the spin, but then a brilliant 62 sees Matt Dennant snatch the game away from Nick Kenny, who led it 3-1 when he took out that 144. But back came Matt Dennant with the 164, the 118, and then that 62 to win the match. An absolutely brilliant darting ding-dong here at the Live League. Dennant pipping Kenny at the post and tightening his hold on second place and a spot at finals night. Kenny with work to do, 2 games left, only 2 points on the board in this group. Coming next, Robert Owen meets already qualified Dan Reid. Welcome back to the action, and what a match that just was between Nick Kenny and Matt Dennant. 4 ton plus checkouts in it. Well, more of the same, please, as Robert Owen goes up against Dan Reid. Both players who won their opening matches of this session. Owen seeing off James Richardson 4-0 to put himself into third place. Reid is in first place and has already qualified for finals night with 3 matches to spare. Incidentally, that last match was just the 4th time in Live League history that a match has had 400 plus checkouts, and the 20th time that a player has had 3 ton plus checkouts in one game. Well done to Matt Dennant in that one.
First leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on.
Well, he's as good as there. And will be if he beats James Richardson in the next match. Robert Owen looking to lift
60.
himself to finals night once again.
$140. $100.
When the pair met yesterday, Reid won 4-2.
60.
Currently on a 6-match winning streak, Dan Reid, having won his last game in Group A, all 4 games last night, and his first game
66.
today.
$97.
Look at the bull here.
130.
Ensuring he left to check out. 25 would have left him 170. Sensible stuff. And he knows how good Reid has been this week.
60. Robert, you
But
require
only a point ahead.
145.
It's a night of the big checkout so far. We saw the 144 in the previous match. It looked like Nick Kenny would get the
41.
highest checkout,
Dan, you
but
require
the
144.
very next leg, Dennant produced a brilliant 164. Robert Owen does love double top, so
94.
will he go the 16s route
Robert, you
here?
require 104.
Doesn't look like he is. Now he's going the 17s route. Would have left him the bull had he found the treble.
80. Dan, you require 50.
Well, that's a slip. Double 16. Only
Game shot on
needed
the first leg.
the one
Dan
dart at
Reid.
double, and Dan Reid's winning cruise continues. It is a break of throw, and he's already taken control of this match. He's now won his last
Second leg,
5
it's
legs,
throw first.
and he's on course to make it 7 matches on the spin.
100. $100.
The big money matches, of course, will be played tomorrow evening. Finals night on Champions Week,
58.
£6,000 to the winner. The players split into 2 groups. 3 in each, all playing each other once, and then the winner of Group A plays the
60.
runner-up in Group B, and so on. Third place playoff, and then the final, where the winner will be crowned the second Live League champion of 2022.
100.
Jim McEwen was the first. They'll get a trophy and a nice big check.
$60.
And then a week off next week. But don't worry, we will be back the week after with phase 3.
140.
5-week stint of Live League action for you.
60. Dan, you require 103. 63.
'Just to try and pile some pressure on. That's all he can do.
100. Dan, you require 40.
But Reid takes aim at tops. And he can use that.
Game
And he
shot
does
the
use
second
that.
leg. Dan Reid.
And Dan Reid doubles his lead and is 2 away from another victory. Is he going to make it an absolutely perfect
Third leg, it's Robert to throw first.
couple of nights
Game
in
on.
Group B?
$134. 60. 140. 140. 77. 140. Robert, you require 150.
Stays there for double 15.
120.
Oh, so close, and I think he
Dan,
thought it
you
was in.
require 161.
Couldn't quite believe that Charlie Costerfield wasn't calling game shot and the third leg. He might be calling it now. Oh,
136.
Reid almost
Robert, you require 30.
nicking the leg. Would have been the Dartful Dodger
Game
act.
shot on the third leg. Robert
But Owen dodges a bullet and cuts the gap to one leg. Really good stuff this evening. Really exciting arrow slinging here at the Live League. Reid leads 2-1.
Fourth leg, it's Dan to throw first.
Already through, remember, Dan Reid, but still determined to put on a show and maybe maintain a perfect record
140.
in this group.
$100. 140. 123. 140. 180. Dan, you require 81.
Feels strange to say that that's the first of this match.
Game shot on the
It's
fourth
been such a
leg.
good match.
Dan Reid.
Dan Reid corrects a mistake and regains a two-leg cushion.
Fifth leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on.
The 180 didn't matter.
121.
'Puzzled when he misses.
125.
He hasn't been missing much all week. Remember, he only missed out on an automatic spot at finals night on leg difference to Adam Smith-Neal.
180.
Owen rattles in a second max. I think there are a few in this group who wish he had got that
140.
top spot in Group A, because he's been delivering demonic darts.
60. 100. Robert, you require 140. 44. Dan, you require 136.
Well, he can't correct it this time. So Owen will get the chance
43.
to stay in this match.
Robert, you require 96.
Double, double. Oh, it's so close.
40.
Every single dart
Dan, you
right on the
require
top wire of his
93.
target there.
$53.
But he will get two
Robert, you
darts with his
require
favourite double,
56.
barring a miss on the big number. Gets the big number.
Game shot
Gets
on the
the
fifth
double.
leg. Robert Owen.
And Robert Owen survives for now in this match. 56 combo completed. A real high quality affair.
Sixth leg, it's Dan to throw first.
But Reid has the darts to make it 7
60.
wins on the spin for him.
$85. 60. 100. 41. 60. 100. 121. 100. Robert, you require
So,
135.
To force a decider, in which Owen himself would have the darts. And that is a perfect guide on the ball for him. He will be disappointed
95.
not to have
Dan,
found the
you
treble,
require
because look how good
140.
that guide was for stack attack. And now Reid can seal the win.
100.
Couldn't
Robert,
manage
you
it.
require 40.
So double top, a long way off. Double 10. That's
Game
in.
shot on the sixth leg.
It's
Robert
3-3,
Owen.
and Robert Owen will now throw to win the match and double his points tally for the evening.
Seventh and final leg. It's Robert to throw first. Game on. $100. 85. 180.
And here he comes. The third 180 of the match. Looking to end this
140.
winning run of the already qualified for finals night Dan Reid.
140. 121. Robert, you require
Does leave a finish,
81.
but Owen has the opportunity here to turn this tie around. Double 13.
Game,
And he
shot,
gets it.
and the match.
And
Owen
is getting going here at the Live League on this Champions Week. He comes back from 3-1 behind to defeat the league leader, Dan Reid, who he's hoping to join at finals night tomorrow. Another epic encounter here at the Live League. 4 out of 6 on the doubles for Owen, who came roaring back into that contest with 3 180s, won the last 3 legs, and won the match. His second victory in as many matches tonight, ending a 6-match winning streak for Reid. Coming next, it is Matt Dennant against James Richardson. Stay with us. On we go then, the action continues here at Champions Week at the Online Darts Live League with Matt Dennant against James Richardson. Richardson in desperate need of a victory, still only has a couple of points to his name after losing his opening match of the evening 4-0 to Robert Owen. Dennant, however, can secure his spot at finals night with victory here. He's as good as there anyway. But a win over James Ruthless Richardson would make sure of that place.
First leg, it's Matt to throw first. Game on.
As he would join Dan Reid on 10 points. Reid already qualified from this group. Already qualified from
100.
other groups. Adam Smith, Neil, Josh Payne and Lee Evans.
$100. $100. $180.
Well, this is what he's been missing. James Richardson, much needed. Well, he can get that power scoring going.
93.
He's a match for anybody. He doesn't want to give Dennant too many opportunities.
100.
At finishers, having seen him clean up 3-ton plus checkouts in the previous match.
140. James, you require 121.
Now wants one of his own. 11, or the treble. Now the bull.
81.
Well, that's what you call
Matt,
a good miss.
68.
That's what you call a good marker.
Shot on the
And
first
that's
leg.
what you call
Matt Dennant.
a good hit and another good finish for Matt Dennant, who is taking the rest of the field to finishing school this evening. Wonderful stuff.
Second leg, it's James to throw first. Game on. $60. $60.
Dennant's last 4 checkouts. 107, 164,
140.
118, 62 and 68.
140.
World class finishing from the scholar, who, as I said, is taking them to finishing school tonight.
57. 180.
The scoring ain't bad either. The first max of the match for Matt. Fourth of the evening.
140. Matt, you require 121.
He gets a go at the bullseye.
96.
On the run
James, you require 104.
of excellent outshots comes to an end. Can Richardson join the party?
88.
Not quite.
Matt, you require 25.
So for 2-0 and a break of throw. 88.
Game
once
shot
again,
on the second leg. Matt Dennant.
Dennant does the business on the outer ring. He doubles his lead in the match and will now throw for a 3-0 advantage. And it is looking worrying for James Richardson.
Third leg, it's Matt to throw first. Game on.
Ruthless, pointless and legless so far this evening.
140.
4-0 defeat to Robert Owen. Staring down the barrel of a 4-0 defeat here to Matt Dennant as well.
$97. 140. 140. 140. Matt, you require 124.
14s. Bullseye.
Game
124 in game for Matt Dennant. And it could well be the game. One leg away now from securing his spot.
Fourth leg, it's
finals
James
night.
to throw first. $135.
And from piling on the misery to James Richardson.
100.
Who's on the brink of back-to-back whitewash defeats.
45.
Would have an absolute mountain to climb, not just a
60.
mountain on top of another mountain. To try and get through to finals night himself. Wouldn't be ruled out mathematically, although there would only be one spot to go for, with Reid and Dennant already qualifying. If Matt takes one more leg in this match.
57. 93. 180. James, you require 88.
Piles on some pressure. May only be a dart at the ball. That's all he's got.
63.
And now Dennant,
Matt,
well, we know how good he is on these ton plus out shots. He's already had 1, 2, 4 in this match.
92.
And he almost takes out 104 to win
25.
the match. Last chance, James. And he
23.
can't take the chance.
Matt, you require 12.
And nobody can see Matt Dennant missing here.
Game,
and he hasn't missed.
And the match.
And it is a 4-0 win. And Matt Dennant books his place at finals night, emphatically thumping James Richardson 4-0, despite both players averaging north of 101. Richardson couldn't hit a double. Dennant hasn't been able to stop hitting them this evening. He wins the game 4-0. Ruthless Richardson hasn't won a leg so far tonight and has a mountain to climb. So Dan Reid is joined by Matt Dennant in qualifying for finals night, and the other three players are battling it out for the last available spot. Two of them in action next as well, as Nick Kenny takes on Robert Owen. Welcome back. What a fantastic session it has been so far here at the Live League, but it could all be over after this match. Don't worry, we will bring you all of the remaining matches, but a victory for Robert Owen against Nick Kenny would secure his spot at finals night and deny Kenny and James Richardson any chance of advancing. An all-Welsh encounter between Stack Attack, a former UK Open semi-finalist from Ogmore Vale, 37 years of age, a Live League veteran, against a 29-year-old Nick Kenny, who was beaten 4-3 by Matt Dennant and 4-2 by Dan Reid. And those two have already booked their spots at finals night. If Owen can take his tally to 8 points, then
First
the gap
leg, it's Nick to throw first. Game on.
will not be bridged by neither Kenny nor Richardson. If Kenny can get a win,
140.
then the drama goes on.
$134. 140. 43. 100. 60. Nick require 121.
Well, he should win the first leg. No need to go the 11s route here. He's gone treble 15. He's found it.
Game shot on the
And he
first
finds
leg.
double 8
Nick Kenny.
for a dozen darts start for Nick Kenny. Wonderful start, wonderful finish, and a 1-0 lead.
Second leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on.
A 1-2-1 checkout. It really has been fantastic stuff. The finishing has been phenomenal. In the last match, we saw two players
83.
average more than 101. James Richardson didn't win a leg with that average. And it's the third highest losing average of this phase.
100.
Robert Owen earlier this evening showed his tungsten tenacity,
140.
coming back from 3-1 behind against a seemingly unbeatable Dan Reid, who'd won his last 6 matches, to get the job done and tighten his hold on a place at finals
60.
night. Remember, that's when the money is won tomorrow. $6 grand on offer.
$43. 140. 43. 30. 60.
The door open here for Kenny. No guarantee that Owen is going to take out such a large finish.
131.
Do love the
Robert, you
1-3-2.
require 132.
The champagne shot. Didn't have a corkscrew handy.
88. Nick, you require 40.
And a simple double top. We'll see Kenny double his lead. Well, that was in and out. What's happened there? What kind of thing?
No score.
Well, he can't believe it.
Robert, you require 44.
Well, Owen will go for the same target. Now, that was quite remarkable. We'd love to see a slower replay of that.
24.
I can assure you there's not some guy stood
Nick,
behind the wall with
40.
a hammer. Robert Owen's mate.
Game
there we
shot
go.
The second leg.
Quick, get
Nick
it.
Kenny.
And he does get it. He gets the leg. He doubles his lead. Well, that was a bizarre bounce out. But Kenny comes back, finds the same target.
Third leg, it's
and
Nick
moves
to throw first.
2 legs clear.
$60. $100. $57. $140. $58. $41. $100.
So if Kenny wins this match, he goes on to 4 points, 2 behind Robert Owen, with a game to spare. Owen still has to face Matt Dennant, so we'll have another chance
60.
to secure his spot. It's still very much in his hands.
$134. Robert, you require 160. $38. Nick require 92.
Kenny will feel like he's deserved at least 1 win from his 3 matches. He's been more than competitive this evening. May go double 18 here. Well, I thought he might. That looked blocked of all the targets
64.
to go for.
Robert, you require 122.
He went for a blocked one. Not going to be punished. Inadvertently
42.
left double 14. Meant to hit a single
Nick
12
require 28.
to leave tops, but he's already had some trouble there. Now then, how much can he see? How much can he see? That suggests not much at all.
Game shot
But he
the
can
third
see
leg.
enough.
Nick Kenny.
And Nick Kenny somehow forces a dart through and opens up a 3-leg lead in this match. Darting defiance
Fourth leg, it's Robert to throw first.
from the Welshman.
$40. $99. $82. $100. $97. $95. $60. 57.
So 150 for Nick Kenny
require 150
to pick up his first win and at least extend his stay a little longer.
98.
Keep Robert Owen working hard.
122.
Can he work his way back into this match? He might. He will if he hits the ball.
97.
Can't locate it.
Nick, you require 52.
Double 16.
Game,
And it's a
shots,
4-0 win for Nick Kenny. Over his fellow Welshman Robert Owen. Kenny still fighting here for a place at finals night. Owen was almost there, but will have to win his next match against Matt Dennant. If not, there is a chance still for Nick Kenny himself or James Richardson to pip him at the post for that third and final available spot. That's after Dennant and Dan Reid have already qualified, and that pair at the top of the table go head-to-head next. The game is coming up in around 5 minutes' time. Stay tuned. has been good darts on this Good Friday, and we've got two players who have already qualified and can relax and just play the best darts. Dan Reid and Matt Dennant going head-to-head at the top of the table. Dennant and Reid both have 10 points. Reid has lost his first match in 7 when he went down to Robert Owen earlier in the evening. Dennant has beaten Nick Kenny and James Richardson to secure his spot at finals night. One place still up for grabs, and it will be one of the remaining 3, Owen, Kenny or Richardson. And Richardson and Kenny go head-to-head next.
First leg, it's Matt to throw first. Game on.
Before Owen meets Dennant, so it really is going to go down to at least the penultimate match of the session.
100.
4-0 win.
$125.
For Kenny over Owen has blown things wide open. However, still in
96.
Owen's hands. He takes on Dennant, but that has been a tricky task for everyone so far this evening. And Dan Reid could find it
44.
equally tough going here. Did win when the pair met yesterday, 4-1 in fact.
58.
Beat Kenny earlier tonight, but then lost to Robert Owen. Still has
100.
James Richardson to play in what will be the last match of Group B. So, finals night really shaping up. Adam Smith-Neal, Josh
57.
Payne, Lee Evans, and this pair already there. One place still up for grabs.
100.
And £6,000 up for grabs for the winner of Champions Week tomorrow. Do join
100.
us. Sporty Stuff
Daniel
TV,
Require,
10 p.m.
132.
Treble 19 for the bullseye.
107. Matt, you require 90.
Double 15.
Game shot on the
Oh,
first
that
leg.
was
Matt Dennant.
so authoritatively thrown by Matt Dennant. Just look at this. The aggression. The accuracy.
Second leg, it's Dan to
The
throw
advantage to Matt Dennant. Another combination finish, running out of space
140.
on the page, but this evening he's taken out 107, 164, 118, 62, 68, 124.
40.
And now 90 in 2 darts.
60.
The scholar, a finishing machine, teaching the rest a lesson.
180.
And now he gets a scoring right.
140. 80. Dan, you require 161.
Still to come, Richardson v Kenny, Owen v Dennant and Reid
99.
against Richardson, who is yet to win a leg tonight, but could still pull off a miraculous escape.
95. Dan, you require 62.
Treble 10 for double 16. Goes treble 14. Now wants double 16,
30.
but he can't get it.
Matt, you require 106.
Treble 18.
86. Dan, you require 32. No score.
Oh, so close.
Matt, you require 20.
But now Dennant has the chance to double his lead with a
Game
break
shot
of
on the
throw.
second leg. Matt
And
Dennant.
that's exactly what he does. Dennant in charge of this one, 2 up, and he will throw first in the third leg.
Third leg, it's Matt to throw first. Game on.
Great shift once again put in by the referee, Charlie Corsafine, a rising star of the sport. Did a great job at the Lakeside as part of the
60.
refereeing team there last week. Along with Garin Roderick, who we've had
140.
here officiating at the Live League before. And Nick Rolls. And Scotland's Anthony Dundas.
140.
And his 170 raw. And of course from the Netherlands, Marco Meyer. Great job they all did. Great job all referees do.
180.
No turn for calls like that. But really is more to it than just shouting out numbers.
125. 127.
Good numbers from Reid in
100.
this leg as he looks to break
Daniel
straight back.
54.
Double top. Needs to go left
14.
and low.
Matt, you require 76.
Well, Dennant is dangerous in this range. Double top for him.
56.
A reprieve
Daniel require 40.
for Reid.
Game
finds
on the
it.
third leg. Dan Reid.
He breaks back and he reduces the arrears to 1 leg. Reid back in this one.
Fourth leg, it's Dan to throw first. Game on. $59. 96. 140. 140.
Now the switch back to treble 20.
132.
Expertly executed to leave the big fish. Which Dennant may leave as well if he gets a treble 19 here.
98. Dan, you require 170.
He leaves a 167 instead.
$60. Matt, you require 167.
60. 57. Would have left the ball.
99.
The pressure is
Dan,
on
you
here.
require 110.
110 to level the match. Still on. Treble 19. Double 19.
72.
Clip the wire. And he knows
Matt,
that
you
Dennant
require 68.
is likely to clean this up the way he's been finishing these kind of checkouts tonight. 13 for the ball. And he
Games
does
on the
take it
fourth
out
leg.
despite
Matt Dennant.
the wayward first start. It's absolutely sublime finishing from Matt Dennant all night. And he leads 3-1. And he's heading to the
Fifth
top of the
leg, it's
table.
Matt to throw first. Game on.
He actually won his last 2 matches of last night, so victory here would put him
96.
on a 5-match winning streak. And Robert Owen looking for victory to qualify
100.
against Dennant. Could not have had a worse opponent to play in terms of form.
60. 60. 100. 140. 60. 100. 171. Matt, you require 105.
This to win.
73. Dan, you require 110.
Well, that brilliant 171 has given Reid a chance. Which way does he go? He goes treble 18 for double 18,
Game
which
shot
he
on the
gets.
fifth leg.
And
Dan
Reid is fighting back. This top of the table tussle could be going the distance. Dan Reid gets a leg back after Dennant had missed a match start, and now it's throwing to force a decider.
It's Dan to throw first.
Well, this is why this pair are already qualified and fighting it out
140.
at the right end of the table.
134. 60. 60. 80. 100.
Really good game this. We've had some really good games all night. Some excellent performances.
100.
Many of them from Matt Dennant, who's averaged 99.95 in one match, 101.9 in another.
96. Dan, you require 121.
1-2-1. The target for Dan Reid. 1-1-1. The target for Matt Dennant.
Matt, you require 111.
To win.
91.
Two match starts
Dan,
missed
you require
in
24.
two different legs.
Game shot on the sixth leg.
Reid hits.
Dan Reid.
And forces a decider, and I think the game is deserving of one. Whoever wins this match will be top of the table after it. Will it be Dennant or will it be Reid?
Seventh and final leg. It's Matt to throw first. Game on.
Has led Group B, Dan Reid, from the very first game of yesterday evening when he beat James Richardson 4-1. Hasn't moved off it, off that top perch. And he's doing his level best to stay
140.
there. Despite trailing 2-0 and 3-1 in this match against an in-form Matt Dennant.
59. 30. 58. 100. 82. 125.
So Reid closing in.
140.
But
Dan,
Dennant
you require 106.
defiant. Does he get a shot? Not in this visit.
98.
Matt Dennant
Matt, you
has
require
already missed
105.
2 darts to win this match. .
91.
Doesn't
Don't
get any more.
require 8. Game,
Because
shots,
Reid has
and
won the
match.
game.
Dan Reid.
And Dan Reid has been in the lead in Group B from start to now. And it looked as if Dennant was going to knock him off his perch when he led the match 3-1. But Reid raced back, reeling off 3 straight legs, including that 110 checkout. 7 140s in there from Dan Reid, who gets the job done, sees off Dennant, and keeps himself at the top of the table. Both of those players are through. They don't have to worry. They can focus on finals night tomorrow. But coming next, 2 players who must win to keep their faint hopes alive, as James Richardson takes on Nick Kenny. Welcome back to the action here at the Live League on Champions Week, and a huge game coming up now between James Richardson and Nick Kenny. One of them will keep their faint hopes alive of toppling Robert Owen. The other will be ruled out. If Kenny wins, he will move ahead of Owen on leg difference, with Owen facing Matt Dennant next. If Richardson wins, he will join Kenny on 4 points, but will still have a game to play against Dan Reid in the last match of the evening.
First leg, it's James to throw first. Game on.
So it is not a winner-takes-all match, but a winner-survives match.
59.
If you get my drift, Robert Owen still has his destiny in his own hands. He takes on Matt Dennant in the next game.
60.
And Kenny has done himself and James Richardson a huge favour in beating Owen 4-0 in his last outing.
60.
It's been an extremely impressive standard so far tonight. The overall average for the evening, 93.54.
140.
Exceptional stuff. All these players producing the best to try and make it through to finals night.
140.
Would be some comeback from James Richardson, though he hasn't won a leg yet. Going down 4-0 to both Owen and Dennant.
99. 140. 105. James, you require 102.
Is this the moment that Richardson finally gets a leg on the board?
86.
It's not.
Nick require 97.
Choices. Surely now, James
81.
Richardson. 3 darts at double 8.
James requires 16.
2 darts at double 8. 1 dart.
No score.
No score.
Nick requires
legs.
16.
Can Nick nick the leg?
Game shot on the first
He can.
leg. Nick Kenny.
On the target that was missed by his opponent, almost apologetically there, Nick Kenny retrieves his darts, but he has the advantage, and he puts himself in pole position to be the
Second
one
leg, it's Nick to throw
threatening
first.
to steal 3rd place from Stack Attack.
100. 140.
Just has not gone James Richardson's way tonight. And it's getting away from him.
180.
Nick Kenny is getting away from him. 6.
140.
Darts thrown and 2-2-1 remaining for the pair of them. But Kenny goes back to back.
180.
And even a brilliant leg like
Nick
this might be lost
41.
by James Richardson on 41 after 9 darts.
25.
And
James
does
required
get a
41.
shot.
Game shot on
And
the second leg.
finally,
James Richardson.
James Richardson finds a double. It's taken an 11 darter for him to win a leg, but he's got there and he levels up and cancels out that early break of throw.
Third leg, it's James to throw first. 40. 1 85. 60. 100. 60. 100. 140.
Well, this one in the balance. Kenny should be first to a finish on Richardson's throw.
46.
But it is only the biggest finish that there is. Got to be careful here, James.
81.
Well,
Nick to
that's better
require
than
170. 60. James to require 120.
Tricky. Yeah, it was always going to be hard to find a way into the treble 20
82.
bed from there. So
Nick to
Kenny
require 110.
looking at 110 to break again. Richardson can't watch. He can't look.
78.
But his look's in.
James to require 38.
Double 19 to lead.
Game shot on the third leg.
And it's
James
the first time he
Richardson.
has led in any match this evening. Richardson 2-1 up on Nick Kenny. But Kenny has the darts in leg 4 in this crucial contest.
Fourth leg, it's Nick to throw first. Game on.
Whoever loses will be ruled out of the running. Richardson really in need of
95.
an emphatic victory. He does have a terrible leg difference.
140.
The worst in the group.
$100.
And just off the top of my head, I think he needs to win this match.
$41.
Actually, he could still do it with any win because, of course, he plays again. But a healthy victory would help pile on the pressure on Robert
94.
Owen. Who, don't forget, whatever happens here, if Owen can beat Matt Dennant in the next match, and it will be Owen that goes through. And the efforts of this pair
81.
will be in vain in the end.
$140. 180. Nick requires 72.
180
Game shot on the fourth leg.
is in vain.
Nick Kenny.
From James Richardson as Kenny cleans up the 72 to level up the match at 2-2.
Fifth leg, it's James to throw first. Game on.
Both players know that they are
100.
balancing precariously on the tungsten tightrope. And one of them will fall. The other will remain in contention
57.
to be the greatest throwman in Phase 2 at the Live League and pick up the
95.
riches that go along with that tag. £6,000 on offer to the winner at finals night. Saturday evening, 10 PM, live on Sporty Stuff TV.
$60. 81. 140. 140.
Richardson leaves himself well placed.
140. James require 85.
Just the one dart at the ball.
Game
But that
shot
is
on
all
the
he
fifth leg.
needs.
James Richardson.
James Richardson gets his nose in front by virtue of that brilliant bullseye. And now needs just one more leg.
Sixth leg, it's Nick to throw first. Game on.
To keep his hopes alive. And to send Nick Kenny crashing through the trapdoor.
180.
But Kenny is not having any of it.
140.
Well, he thought that was in when it left his hand.
100. 140. 100. 100. Nick require 121.
He may have to hit this. And that could be that if Richardson can take out the combo that
85.
Kenny couldn't.
James require 121.
And the Welshman Nick Kenny is eliminated. Oh, but that is the worst timing for a wayward dart like that.
81. Nick required 36.
Double 18 for 3-3. Double 17.
Game
He
shot
finds
sixth
it.
leg.
Well,
Nick
to hit
Kenny.
that double, a double that rarely gets thrown at under that pressure, is remarkable. Bottle from Nick Kenny, who forces a last leg
So the
decider.
final leg, it's James to throw first.
It all comes down to this. Whoever wins a leg still has a chance of qualifying. Whoever loses a
100.
leg is out.
$140.
Kenny wins the first battle.
140. 95.
But Richardson has restored the advantage.
140.
And he leaves that 1-2-1. Must find a treble. Must hit the treble 19. Does hit the treble 19.
James, you require 121.
Bullseye.
Game
And James
shot, and the
Richardson
match.
beds
James
the bullseye
Richardson.
for the second time in the match to seal a hard-fought victory that keeps his hopes alive and sends Nick Kenny crashing out of Champions Week here at the Live League. What a game of darts that was. 102.79 average for a man who hadn't won a leg in his last two matches. The 1-2-1 checkout, brilliantly bedding the bull, gets the job done for James Richardson, who is still in contention, but not if Robert Owen can win his next match. He takes on Matt Dennant. It is all going down to the wire here at the Live League. Stay with us. Welcome back. On we go. Robert Owen now looking to secure his spot at finals night. He takes on the already qualified Matt Dennant. And that is after James Richardson kept himself in the picture, but only just. I did say he would need a healthy win. He did win, but he won 4-3 in a brilliant battle against Nick Kenny. And that means that Robert Owen would indeed be qualified, even with a 4-2 defeat here. So once Owen gets to 2 legs in this match, his place is safe. Nothing Richardson can do, but any win better than 4-2 for Matt Dennant, and it's game on for James Richardson, who will need to win heavily against Dan Reid.
First leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on.
So this is the penultimate match. $100. 100. Owen in need of a couple of legs. He got a couple of legs when he met Matt Dennant yesterday.
60.
Was beaten 4-2. Dennant and Reid already through from this group. They will join
140.
Adam Smith-Neal, Josh Payne and Lee Evans. Finals night on Saturday. The action gets underway from 10 p.m. live on Sporty Stuff
60.
TV. $60. 60. 57. 140. Matt, you require 144. Another. Would have left him double 12, but Owen can
96.
take
Robert,
a
you
giant
require
stride
81.
towards finals night by cleaning this up. 12 or treble. And now the ball
56.
whistled past
Matt,
the
you
wire.
require 48.
James Richardson will be cheering this in. He'll be cheering him on.
32.
But now
Robert, you require 25.
he'll be hoping that Owen doesn't hit. That's a good guide for Robert Owen,
9.
but he can't use it.
Matt, you require 16.
Same target for Dennant, who has been superb on his doubling tonight.
Game shot on the first leg.
Takes
Matt Dennant.
a few darts this time, but he does find the double 4, and it is a break of throw. Is it going to go wrong for Robert Owen and right for Richardson?
Second leg, it's Matt to throw first. Game on. 140.
There are going to be some anxious moments during this match for James Richardson backstage, and maybe in the next match for Robert Owen backstage.
180.
And that's a cause for concern for James.
180.
Love to have a camera in the practice room right now.
100. 90. 125.
Good
Matt, you
recovery
require
for Robert
91.
Owen. Double 16.
Game
Oh,
shot on the
nicely
second
done
leg.
by Matt Dennant, who's 2 up now. And this is all very good news for James Richardson, who's hoping that Robert Owen is battered here. Dennant is halfway
Third
to a
leg, it's
whitewash
Robert
win.
to throw first. Game on.
Richardson will still have work to do himself.
140.
He's going to have to win by a massive margin against Dan Reid.
100.
Even if Owen goes down by a huge one. In this match.
97. 96. 180.
Owen fighting back.
98.
He knows
Robert, you require
what
84.
he needs to do. One leg, and he's halfway there.
44.
And he's going to get 3 clear darts at his preferred double.
100. Robert, you require 40.
That double is double top. Doesn't want to miss high.
Game shot on the third leg.
Doesn't miss at all.
Robert Owen.
And Robert Owen is a leg away from qualifying for finals night. Needs just one more, whatever happens at the end of the match. But Dennant has the darts in
Fourth
leg
it's
4.
Matt to throw first. 43. 140. 180. 100.
Brilliant maximum from Matt Dennant.
140.
But in a way for James Richardson.
$121. Matt, you require 138.
Stepping across, so we're going to try and stay there. Excellent dart.
98.
And he tees up tops.
Robert, you require 140.
Which is exactly what Robert
100.
Owen does as well.
Matt, you require 40.
Double 10.
Game shot on the fourth leg. Matt Dennant.
Dennant delivers. Owen made to wait. He must win the next leg to assure himself of a place at finals night. Otherwise,
fifth leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on.
He'll have to sit in the back room and hope that James Richardson doesn't do what he needs to do.
60. 99. 43. 92. 100. 100. 100. 138.
Gives himself a chance. But where is Dennant going to be?
96. Robert, you require
In
160.
a better spot, but not in a perfect spot. But he is going to have to rely on Dennant missing here.
140. Matt, you require 114.
Is it over yet?
Game.
Well, the
shots,
match is...
And the match. Matt Dennant.
But the story is not, because Robert Owen needed 2 legs in that one, and he's lost it 4-1 thanks to that 114 check out from Dennant. He's already through to finals night. Dan Reid is going with him. Robert Owen probably will be, but we have to keep an eye on the last match. Dan Reid taking on James Richardson, who needs an enormous victory in that game. 99.99 the average in defeat there for Robert Owen, who will now wait and watch to see if he's done enough. Welcome back. So it all comes down to the last match to see whether it will be Robert Owen or James Richardson who make it through to finals night along with Matt Dennant and Dan Reid. It's Richardson v Reid in the last match of Group B. That's how the table looks. And there you can see James Richardson, who has lost 2 games, 4-0 tonight, must win 4-0 to put himself above Robert Owen.
To throw first. Game on.
Into that third and final qualification spot. Couldn't win a leg in his first 2 matches. Can't afford to lose a leg in this one.
140.
If it's 4-1 and they're tied on leg
100.
difference, then Robert Owen would go through on their head-to-head record, having beaten
100.
James Richardson twice. And didn't we say that 4-3 win for Owen last night, his only win of the night, could prove to be pivotal? It may well come down to that result.
140.
Reid already through and already down to a finish. Richardson knows how thin the ice is that he's skating on tonight.
140. Dan, you require 121.
But it isn't yet starting
38.
to crack.
James, you require 121.
Took out a 1-2-1 to win his last match, James Richardson. He's not going to repeat the feat, and now he needs to rely
62.
on Reid.
Dan, you require 83.
Not taking out this 83. And he's got 2 darts. Double 8.
Game
It's
shot
in.
on the first leg. Dan Reid.
So that is that. James Richardson can no longer make it through to finals night. Robert Owen can breathe a big sigh of relief.
Second leg, it's James to throw first.
Reid's double 8 means Owen is through, advancing alongside
60.
Dan Reid and Matt Dennant from this group, whatever happens now in this match. Richardson will be feeling deflated. He came into the game
95.
knowing what he needed to do.
$100.
Dan Reid has been through since
100.
beating Nick Kenny 4-2 at the start of the evening.
60.
So finals night will feature Reid, Dennant, Owen, Payne,
95.
Evans and Smith-Neale. 6 players scrapping it out for the £6,000 first prize. The action live at 10 p.m. Saturday night on Sporty Stuff TV. The final 2 players to fall
22.
through the trapdoor are Nick Kenny and James Richardson.
133.
Kenny will be feeling even more sore now because Richardson took out that 1-2-1 to beat him in a last leg decider. And Kenny managed to win
97.
that decider. He
Dan,
would have
you
gone
require
through
78.
at the expense of Robert Owen.
$66.
He will be back, Dan Reid, to break the throw. Richardson not on any kind of outshot.
$60. Dan, you require 12.
Double 6. Double 3.
Game shot
In
on the
it
second
goes.
leg. Dan Reid.
Dan Reid doubles his advantage and is 2 away from inflicting what would be a 3rd whitewash win over James Richardson in 4 matches tonight.
Third leg, it's Dan to throw first.
The groups are actually confirmed for finals night tomorrow as well.
180.
Dan Reid will be in Group 2 with Josh Payne and Robert Owen. In Group 1 it's Adam Smith-Neale, Lee Evans and Matt
100.
Dennant. The winner of Group 1 plays the runner-up of Group 2 in the semi-finals, and vice versa.
$57. $141.
Well, this is marvellous. Marvellous from Dan Reid. Looking to produce a 10 darter.
100. Dan, you require 40. Game
And
shot
Dan
in the
does.
third leg. Dan Reid.
Well, a 9 darter gets £1,000 this week. But that would have felt like a perfect leg for Dan Reid. The perfect 10. And he leads 3-0 against the deflated James Richardson.
180.
Well, this would be quite the way to leave the tournament. Earn yourself an extra £1,000, James.
140.
Before you go. Bit of overtime. Here's a bank holiday weekend.
140.
Oh, James. 5 perfect darts. A 6th. And the perfect leg would have been on offer.
135.
The £1,000 prize that goes with it.
$96. $180. James,
not letting him get
85.
away. Bullseye.
60.
Well, it could be.
Dan, you require 46.
10 darter followed by an 11 here for Dan Reid. A dozen to win 4-0. That is absolutely brilliant stuff from Dan Reid, who wins 4-0 and averages 111.33. Some stylish way to sign off for Group B. A thumping 4-0 success for Dan Reid. James Richardson has lost 3 of his matches 4-0 tonight. Did win the other to give himself an outside chance of qualifying. But it is Reid who leads the way in Group B. He goes through top of the table alongside Matt Dennant. Robert Owen takes third. We say goodbye to Nick Kenny and James Richardson. That top 3 back in action at finals night on Saturday, along with Adam Smith-Neale, Josh Payne and Lee Evans. Do join us, £6,000 on offer to see who will be the second live league champion of the year. The action gets underway from 10 p.m. Saturday night, live on Sporty Stuff TV. We'll see you then.